What's happening, fellas? We got James is back with another truckload of bikes. Wait till you see what we got this time. Straight out of Georgia, our southern friends hooked us up with some super nice classics. No attention to this one because James always leaves the best for last, so stay tuned. The nicest ones are in the back. But don't overlook this one either. This is a Yamaha MX or DT175, I believe 79 model, 6-speed transmission. Check out Moto SA Racing. South America, they road race these things. They bought one from me. They turned them into road racers, hop these little 180s up, and I think they bore them to like 250s, and they haul ass. Monoshock Yamaha 79. I had one of these when I was a kid. They're awesome. Wait till you see what's under this one. 13 classics coming out. First one is the DT. Second one, check this out. This is a really sweet Yamaha GT80. This is the first motorcycle, my first real motorcycle. We had a couple mini bikes, but my first Japanese full mini motorcycle. By mini motorcycle, I mean clutch and transmission. These are one of the best minis ever made. They're absolutely bulletproof. We would ride tank after tank after tank with this thing until, well, we'd run out of gas. And that's the only time. I don't think it ever broke down in all the years we rode it. And we rode the shit out of this thing. This one has a brand new piston and rings, new chain, nice new seat on it. We're gonna dollar up and get her ready to go. So stay tuned. I love riding these little minis. Next up, check this out. Super rare Rickman and Montessa. If you remember the Rickman brothers, they made these special custom frames. Now this one, most of them, the early ones came with Zundat motors. This has a Montessa racing engine. So definitely a little rocket ship. It's a 250cc Montessa. Look at this thing, man. Classic Rickman and Montessa. This one runs, but it's gonna need a little love. Needs a little cosmetic restoration, but the engine's good. And what a cool piece. These are highly collectible. English. The English Rickman brothers. Handmade pipe. Very cool. So we sent James down with cash. The guy we bought these from wanted cash only. So James is one of the few guys I would trust with close to $50,000 in cash. And he got the job done right. Right, James?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Check it out. This is a beautiful Ossa. I think this is an SDR. Look at this thing. Red and white with a nice chrome expansion chamber guard. Really cool classic. They took a lot of pride in their bikes back in the day. The motor is labeled. A lot of the components are labeled Ossa. Good quality vintage classic. This one runs good. Wow, I told you James saves the best ones for last. Look at this thing. This is absolutely freaking stunning. Montessa Enduro. Really cool. This has the racing head on it. Brand new tires. This one had a full restoration already. It's got brand new NOS Telesco shocks. Those are the proper, I don't even know where he found them, but they're 40-year-old set of piggyback shocks, NOS. It's got the proper Montessa logo on the rear fender. The seat's beautiful. This thing's a dime. Let's roll her out. Wait till this baby gets out in the sun. Look at that. Wow. Blue and gold with a white frame. That is one beautiful classic. A lot of fun to ride too. Powerful 2-stroke engine. Guys, as beautiful as this thing is, this isn't the nicest one coming off the trailer. This one off is a nice Penton MX250. This thing's sweet. It's got works performance shocks on it. And this really super nice Montessa right here. This was his race bike. He was doing AHMR racing. This has a no lean suspension shocks. It's a 360 Montessa VR. You can tell it's a VR because it's got the porcupine style head there, or a wafer style head. It's been bored to 414. Race tech suspension on the front, and this thing's an absolute rocket ship. I can't wait to send this thing. It's a beauty. The attention to detail Montessa with the embossed fender. Really cool piece. Next one out is this sweet looking Montessa. Look at this Enduro with the VR head. He didn't really want to sell this one. I had to kind of cajole him a little bit. He didn't want to sell it because those are super rare works performance shocks, and it's a really good running bike, but it was part of the package. Glad we got it. Check out this. This is an original, unrestored. This is like, I don't know, like 1 in a million to find it. This has the original Pirelli tires on it from Spain. This bike's unrepainted, unretouched.
2,400 miles.
2,400 original miles. Must have just been trail ridden or grass field ridden. Really super cool classic. Original fenders and everything. Just Unheard of to find them like this. Can't wait to ride that thing. These are the things dreams are made of. When I was shit back then in the 70s, I was about 8 years old. 74, 75, 76, the era these bikes were from. I'd see them in the magazines and I was happy. My little Yamaha GT80, but I would dream about these Pentons and KTMs and Montessas and all these dream bikes. It's so cool to be able to play with them now as an adult. They're absolute time machines, time capsules. Hashtag where's James? Look at this thing. This is a 1981 KTM 125. Look at the motocross Fox shocks, aluminum swing arm, absolute pure moto porn. This one has the Enduro rear fender on it. We're gonna put the motocross rear fender because it just looks so cool. If you think about it, this was the little brother to the world's fastest off-road bike. That the 495 was clocked at 123.75 miles an hour by Dirt Bike Magazine back in 1981. That's moving. That's still yet to be beat by any modern two-stroke bore off-road bike. What have we here? Go in the jungle with sound. Ha ha! One of my favorite Harley engines ever, an Ironhead. Hell yeah! It's alive! It's alive! Oh man, wait till you see this one. Look at this thing. World champion, European champion MC Motocross 250 MC5. Look at this thing. What a freaking beautiful piece, man. Man, this is back when you had 6 inches of suspension travel in your seat and 6 inches on the shock, so you had 12 inches, but not like today's modern motocrossers. It's a badass machine. Look at the big head on that thing. That's one pretty bike, man. This original paint on this thing, too. Just unbelievable. What a time capsule. This is one I'm really looking forward to riding. Lee, what's this? Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
Christmas came early? Look at this thing. This is a 73 VR250 Montessa. Very rare racing model. Look at this thing. Wow. What a beauty. Another hot rod Spanish motocross bike. Wow. Very cool. Hark, I hear the wizard. It's the wizard.
All these bikes, huh?
What do you think, Wiz?
A lot of good stuff here.
You're all gonna get the wizard tune. Look at that thing. Wow. We got some classics here for you, Wiz. What do you think?
Ooh.
Hope you don't have any plans for the next
Penton.
month. Uncle James hooked us up all the way from Georgia.
Yeah.
Bought a pile of cash and came back with some real classics.
Wow.
These came from Ken Adams down in Georgia.